Hello fellow traders, welcome to another video with Indicator Vault. In this video we're going to go over the order block gen indicator for the NinjaTrader platform. Now this is short for order block generator. So for those of you that are familiar with order blocks, they can act as essentially like supply and demand. They do vary a little bit from supply and demand as far as some of the details, but as far as how to trade them and how you view them with respects to price action, they're pretty much essentially the same. So you have here your bearish order boxes and your bullish order boxes. And so here on this bearish order box, we can see here that after the box is formed, it's followed by a downward price movement. And here you see the price movement wicks up to about the level of the lower boundary of the box here, the same as this the candle, the first candle there, and then it comes back down, continues on its down movement. And here we could see that the small s's here stand for sell and correspond to the bearish boxes, and the B's stand for buy and correspond to the blue bullish boxes. So now let's get into how we use the indicator for trading. So what we want to do is we want to start on a higher time frame and then work our way down to smaller time frames. So we're going to start here with 240 minutes, that's 4-hour time frame, and we're going to use this bullish block right here at the end of the chart here. Okay, so what I've done is if we come over here, it's the same setup, but I just put a horizontal line here at the high of the first candle of the that we see inside the block here. Okay, and we see here that we come down, get a signal, it makes a move to the upside, then it retraces back to that level right there where the line is there at the high of this candle. So as we can see here now, we're starting to see a shift in momentum to the upside here. You can see here after it wicked on the level here on the retrace, we see here that it's starting to move to the upside. We've got 3 upward bars, and the high of this swing here is higher than the high of the prior swing here. So now what we do is we can examine this on the smaller time frame. So we're going to go to a 60-minute, and I already have it set up here. Same exact thing. We're going to leave this level here, this line, okay? And when we look at the 60-minute time frame, now we can see that move where it broke above, okay, and it came back and retraced and wicked there on that same level, and there it formed another bullish block. Okay, so this here is a way of confirming what. See, if we look over here on the 240-minute, we don't see the block there, but we do see it on the 60-minute here, where we have a buy signal here and we have a buy signal here. So this is how we do an analysis using this indicator on multiple time frames. Now what we do next is we go to an even lower time frame. So we'll go to the 5-minute next, but first let's go back to the 4-hour and look at this and examine this. And we see here that on this downward move that follows this bearish block here, we don't see any other blocks until we get down to this one here, which is the one that we're looking at now. And so on the move up here, we don't see any other blocks here until we get down to the 4-hour or the 1-hour, which we looked at here. Okay, so you can see here when we come down to the 1-hour, you can see some additional bearish and bullish blocks here on the move that we see from here down. Okay, so when you have the higher time frames, you get more of a sort of a market bias with the bigger the time frame, you get more of a you want to be looking for shorts when you have this situation here, and you want to be looking for long trades when you get a bullish um, uh, block on a larger time frame. So then now we go back to the 1 hour, and we start to see a more refined indicator, and we could see that we get more uh, buy signals on the move to the upside, where momentum is shifting to the upside. So now we'll do the same thing. We'll draw a line right here on the let's put array right here on this one here, like we did the first one, okay, and we'll bring it over here like this, okay, and so I already have this set up over here, so we can see here on the 5-minute time frame. Now you can see your 5-minute. Okay, here we have the level that we set for the 4-hour time frame. That's the yellow line, and here is the level for the 1-hour time frame. That's the cyan line here. And so here now we can see even more. We can see more buy signals here, and we can confirm, and we can see where we have confluence with the other time frames. So this is the low point here. We have a buy signal there with a bullish block, and we can see the same thing there at the low point there, and we can see the same thing there on the 4-hour. So from here we can start looking for buy signals, and as we go further down in the time frames, we can see that there are more buy signals that share confluence with the larger time frames, and that's how we can get this generator, or the order block generator to work for trading. Here we'll take a look at an example of a bearish block. So we have a bearish block here on a 240 minute. That's a 4-hour time frame, and so you see that we have a down move after the block here, and so we'll do the same thing. We'll place a line here on at the low of the candle, the first candle on the block, and then we'll look at the 60-minute, okay, and we see the same type of effect. There's the yellow line there, okay, and we see subsequent to the block there, the sell signal, we see a move to the downside, and then it retraces back and straddles the level there from the 4-hour, and then you have the move. The move continues on its downward momentum there, and we get a pretty good move there. So it's the same thing. You have confluence with the 1-hour. This is the 60-minute, and the 4-hour. And if we go down even deeper, we'll have the same effect with the 5-minute. So one other thing that I want to show here is the indicator settings here. Two of the very important settings here are these two here. Okay, the one that says here candles around high low, and right now it's set at 8, and minimum zone bar count. Okay, so if we I'm gonna change some settings here so you could see here how this changes the sensitivity. If I increase this to, let's say, 10, okay, and I hit apply, okay, it's gonna give you let's increase it even more. Let's go to 15, okay, apply. You see it decreases the number of occurrences, okay, and what the other one does, minimum zone bar count, is it increases or decreases the number of bars inside the zone. Okay, so you see there right now it's set at 2. If I put a 3 there, okay, and we increase that, now you have 3. Okay, now if I decrease this, let's bring it down to, let's say, 6. Okay, and I hit apply. You see we get a lot more signals here. Okay, so using those, we can use those two to increase the sensitivity and the number of bars within each of the blocks. And those are two of the most important settings that we need to know about there. So I hope this this video helps with this order block or order block generator indicator, and I hope it helps. And until next time, happy trading.